Hello everyone, I am Justin Corbo and this is a continuation of preschool physical development. So let's now proceed to my topic. Preschoolers nutrition and sleep. The kind of nutrition a preschooler gets has far-reaching effect on his physical growth and development. The preschooler's nutritional status is a result of what nutrients he or she actually takes in check against nutritional requirement for his/her age. Obviously, having too much or too little both have their negative effects. It is important for preschoolers to get sufficient amount of rest and sleep. Preschoolers benefit from about 10 to 12 hours of sleep each day. It is when they are asleep that vital biological processes that affect physical and cognitive development take place. During sleep, especially in dream state, rapid eye movement stage, growth hormones are released. Blood supply to the muscles are likewise increased, helping preschoolers to gain energy at this stage, while dreaming increased brain activity is also attained. So it's important to preschoolers to eat nutritious food like vegetables or fruits. Gives preschoolers the strength and energy they need to play and learn. And getting 10 to 12 hours sleep helps their bodies grow and their brains stay sharp. It also restores their energy and supports memory. So that's why it's important for preschoolers to have enough nutritious food and sleep. A quick look at what preschoolers can do. Physical skills. This bulleted list of preschoolers' physical skills is lifted from the physical domain component of the Philippine Early Learning and Development Standards, or ELDS. This set of standard was based on a study commissioned by UNICEF and the Child Welfare Council, or CWC. This is now adapted for use by the early childhood care. And gross motor 34 to 48 months, hopes 1 to 3 steps in preferring foot, skips with alternating feet, jumps and turns, stands on one leg without falling for at least 5 seconds, throw a ball overhead with control of direction. So in short, gross motor is a big movement or using arms and legs. Fine motor skills 36 to 48 months consistently turns pages of a picture or storybook, one page at a time, looking at picture with interest, purposefully copies diagonal lines, purposefully bisects across, purposefully copies a square. So sa fine motor skills, it is small movements or using fingers like drawing, dressing herself, or tying a shoelace. 49 to 60 months. Copies a simple pattern of different basic shapes, draws a human figure, head, eyes, mouth, trunk, arms, legs, etc. without prompts, draws a house without prompts using geometric forms, colors with strokes, staying within the lines. So at this stage, the preschoolers learn how to draw or copy simple pattern of different basic shapes. They are learning at the same time improving themselves as a preschooler. 49 to 60 months, identify a simple pattern of different basic shape, learn, draws a human figure, head, eyes, mouth, trunk, arms, legs, etc. Personal care and hygiene, draws a house without prompts using geometric forms, colors with strokes, staying within the lines. So at this stage, the preschoolers using already know how to draw or except for buttons and tying a simple pattern of different basic shapes independently. At this stage, the preschoolers already know how to do things independently, like dressing, pouring water from pitcher, feed self using spoon, except for buttons and tying laces. So the children is being independent, especially in the basic things that she or he know that she can do it alone. 49 to 60 months, feeds self using fingers without spillage, prepares own food, dresses without assistance, including buttoning and tying, wipes cleans him or herself after a bowel movement, brushes teeth after meals without having to be told, washes and dries face independently without having to be told, takes a bath independently without having to be told. So the preschoolers does not need to be told because they are already know what they need to do, especially brushing their teeth after meals without having to be told. They being more independent about the basic or the proper things. The role of caregivers in the growth and development of the preschoolers. Optimum physical development of preschoolers is largely influenced by supportive caregivers, parents, and teachers who provide a stimulating environment and appropriate activities for the children. If you have friends and relatives who are responsible for preschoolers, so the role of caregivers is very important to preschoolers. Do you know why? Because it all started to our environment. It shapes how the preschooler act or is it appropriate or non-appropriate. So that's why it's very important the role of our caregiver, the teacher or our parents. Also, because of our caregivers, it helps our growth and development. For all preschoolers, engage preschool children in simple games that involve running and walking. It's important for preschool children um, to play games that involve running and walking. It also boosts their energy, and also they're going to enjoy running and walking with their friends. And B. Provide them with toys for catching and throwing such as soft, large balls and bean bags. C. Having balancing activities for preschoolers. Use low balance beams and blinds on the classroom floor or playground. Montessori schools have blue or red lines on their preschool classroom floors. Apes, ankh, arms, legs, etc. forms. D. Allow opportunities for rough and tumble play like in a grassy area or soft mud. Skin observation and monitoring is of course expected to keep them safe from injury. So that's very important. So if the children was playing, so much better if sa grassy or soft area mat sila magdula. For 3-year-olds, encourage development of hand-eye coordination by providing large buttons or old beads to string on a shoelace. Laces. F. Play ball. Show children how to throw, catch, and kick balls of different sizes. J. Show children how to hop like a rabbit, tiptoe like a bird, waddle like a duck, slither like a snake, and run like a deer. H. Encourage free expression in art projects, avoiding asking what children are drawing. 3-year-olds may not know or care but simply enjoy the process of drawing. For 3-year-olds, it focuses on more moving their bodies, using their hands, expressing themselves, and slowly learning to be more independent. For 4-year-olds, encourage physical development, play follow the leader, pretend to walk like various animals, set up an obstacle course indoors with challenges such as crawling, climbing, leaping, bouncing, and running. So, 4-year-olds focuses on creativity, imagination, and improving coordination. And next is for 5-year-olds. Encourage body coordination and sense of bouncing by playing. Follow the leader with skipping, galloping, and hopping. Skip or jump rope to music, teach folk dances, and games provide a balance beam, a tree for climbing, and a knotted rope suspended from study frame. Teach sack walking, twist, statue, or freeze games to provide an outlet for their drive for physical activity. So at this stage, 5-year-old focuses on independence, more complex physical activities. So sa mentioned dira and preparing for school. That's all. Thank you.